Thousands of post-secondary students are opting to live with their families this semester instead of student housing, as the majority of courses have moved online. But that will come at a price for some who are unable to get out of their lease and now on the hook to pay thousands of dollars.
Our hands are tied. We're stuck between a rock and a hard place. We're locked into this lease.
A lease that Cindy Barrow's son shares with 3 of his friends to pay a combined over $32,000 annually as they head off to Wilfrid Laurier in the fall.
We had to secure the lease back in December 2019.
Not knowing that months after committing, COVID-19 would change everything. And Cindy's son wouldn't be going to class in his 3rd year, but taking courses online. And he can do all that at home instead of paying nearly $700 a month in rent.
We're paying a whole year in rent for a place that nobody's going to live in.
For months, they've been reaching out to DOMA student houses and apartments to see if they can reach a compromise. That's been unsuccessful.
I think it would be, maybe the word's ethical, for the landlord to kind of ease the pressure on the kids and give them maybe an abatement back on their rent, or give them back a month's rent, something to just make it a little bit easier on them.
DOMAS handles housing-related issues for both landlords and students, offering 3-year leases with options to terminate after 1 year. CityNews left a voicemail and emailed the company this morning, but we have not heard back by today's deadline. We asked the Premier what options these families have. He promised to consult with the Ministry of Colleges and University, who is urging landlords to be flexible with tenants.
If they've signed these leases, we've got to protect the students.
Okay, next question.
No fault of their own.
This year, post-secondary students in the GTA have changed their rules to accommodate students opting out of housing, also limiting capacity to follow public health guidelines. York University is offering single occupancy only with a capacity of 1,179 this year, down from last year's 2,692. 350 students are moving into Ryerson University this semester compared to the over 1,100 from last year. Humber College is offering 584 spots this year at both campuses. So far, fewer than 300 students are expected to move in compared to the 1,445 last year. The University of Toronto did not provide their numbers to CityNews. There's a cloud of uncertainty hanging over every student in the province. Will online classes continue in the winter semester? If not, will they be told early enough to secure housing?
We stay on the lease and hope everything opens up in January, but we're still paying rent until that time for a unit that they're not going to be able to live in.
Cindy tells me she also consulted with a paralegal to go over this lease as well as with the Residential Tenancies Act, and was told there is nothing that can be done until her son takes possession of this home, and that's when they can file at the Landlord and Tenant Board, but that is something that could take months. For City News, I'm Faiza Amin.